Hi, Chuck Thompson. Today I'm going to read another section of Why Me, the third Natasha McMorales mystery. And this one is a romantic one. To set the stage, Natty and her friend Debbie are having coffee at Zazzy's Coffee Shop and Bookstore in Abingdon, Virginia. And there's some exchanges that go on between them, and we're picking up that conversation between Natty and her friend Debbie. Being asked a question about an intimate part of her life was unfamiliar territory for Natty. She was almost always the questioner, the listener. Maybe it was a sudden reminder of the memory in the kitchen with Eli. Maybe it was her growing trust in Debbie. Maybe it was simply time to tell the story to someone. Her decision to open up the tender memory may have even had something to do with where they were at that precise moment. "It's a slug from an electrical junction box," explained Natty after they were both seated at the table in the corner. The slug was still in her hand. Looking at it, she continued, "It's something my ex-husband gave me a long time ago. I'd forgotten about it until it fell out of a cookbook the other day. I was busy with something when I found it, so I just stuck it in my pocket. I guess I forgot it was there again." "It looks pretty important to you," said Debbie. "It was," confessed Natty. Then looking at it again, she added, "It is." Debbie took a long sip on the edge of her cup. The slug put safely back in her pocket, Natty took a long sip from her cup too and began her story. "Nathan's a dreamer, which is an adorable quality on little boys. That was his slug, and he told me the story of how he got it a few days after he asked me to marry him." Natty's face lit up with recognition. She pointed at one of the tall tables across the aisle. "As a matter of fact, I think we were sitting right over there when he told me the story. We happened to be in the bookstore when there was an author here signing her cookbooks. Nate bought me one and had her sign it. She signed it to the slug of Nathan's life." Debbie's face contorted involuntarily. She laughed. Natty added, though, "I'm pretty sure I look like you just did when I read it, but then he told me the story of the slug." "I don't have any idea how this is going to turn out, but I'm all ears," said Debbie. "It seems my Nathan was a bit on the gullible side as a boy. Not that it ever changed," she thought. "One day, he met a couple of older boys who took a liking to his brand new baseball glove, so they concocted a story about a magic slug they had." "Oh, you're kidding me," said Debbie. "He pulled out Jack and the Beanstalk and traded the family cow for some magic beans?" "I hadn't thought of it that way," said Natty, "but you're right. It's exactly what he did. No beans, but the glove was genuine cowhide." Deb gestured at her coffee cup. "And you were the bean?" Glancing over towards the tall chairs brought the memory more into focus. "He told me he felt so foolish that he never told anybody about it. He told his folks he lost the glove. And he always kept the slug to remind him to never again believe in magic." She took another long sip from her coffee cup. The words that followed were unspoken, but more slowly, more deeply. Debbie showed no sign of noticing the change. "He told himself that he was going to hang on to that slug until the day came when he believed in magic again." Debbie put her cup down. "And that day came?" she asked. Natty looked at her. "Yeah, when I said yes."